about to head to the airport. I slept for an hour and my luggage didn't arrive. I guess I'm taking the luggage with me because I left a wallet in the luggage that has my DACA. I got an update that said it was like ready to get picked up because I initially said I wanted it to get delivered to my place. But then I hadn't realized that that wallet was not in my book bag because it's normally where I carry it. I guess I accidentally put it in the luggage this time. So yeah, pretty much. Oh my gosh, why is it so zoomed in? We are walking to JetBlue because it's where I flew back from Miami.
Do you have your bag tag with you?
I don't. But I have the claim. Okay, this is the infamous wallet. Pasaporte de Honduras, papá.
Please refrain from smoking while walking throughout the building.
You don't have like a visa or residence, huh?
No, I just have my DACA permit.
Okay, give me a second, okay?
Okay. Okay. Let me tell her then. Excuse me. I also have an advanced parole.
Can I say one more?
Yeah. She just took all my documents and said she would be right back. The camera records from this area. It's not going to record you, Evan. Okay, so I have instructions from my lawyer to go out of the country, which is why we have this letter. It's called advanced parole. It allows you to travel. It's a permit for DACA recipients that allows you to travel outside the country. So if you read it carefully, it clearly states what we're trying to do. I have my DACA, I have my United States license, and I have my passport.
Let me ask one more time, because when it comes to international, they're very strict with it. So let me see, okay? Let me get your passport.
Will I get a refund if you guys are not going to let me fly?
If you give out refunds to Mama, you're going to have to call reservations for that.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, because they call, she's the lead, they call the manager.
She's very rude. I'm sorry, but she's very rude. Just because she doesn't want something, this is clearly what you guys are standing for. I don't have to, whether I'm recording her or not, this is what you're telling me. I can record this at any other moment later on and still tell people that are gonna watch it that I didn't get permitted to go on the flight.
May I call your attention, please? All travelers.
So regardless, I should at least get a refund so I can go to a different airline and I can fly with you.
Transport on your flight is not accepted and notify airline.
She just like doesn't want to listen at all.
Not leave luggage unattended. All carry-on and checked luggage is subject to search.
Karen lives with things firsthand. This is her. What's the card?
We're going to speak to, I guess, one of the hires.
This is why you need people that are educated about these type of things so that they know. Why are you going against me like if it's my fault?
Because so you're gonna risk not going because you want to record. That's what
How
you're
am I
doing
risking not going because I want to record?
And didn't want to
I didn't record. Did I put my camera on her at once?
See, you're not listening.
Today has been chaotic, and basically the first airline said no. I don't really know like how much you guys heard from the conversation, but the supervisor was very rude, and I think that she just didn't know what I was talking about. Like, you could tell she doesn't know what DACA is. You could tell she doesn't know what advanced parole is. They were just like, yeah, no. Like, she literally said no to my face like 10 times. And I was like, okay, well, can I explain? And she was like, no, it's a no. No, it's a no. I've already called multiple supervisors and it's a no. And I'm like, okay, can you still listen though? Because you're not listening. Because I know that she's in the wrong, and I know that she's just not understanding all of the documentation that I'm presenting. So I grabbed my camera to record, but I was only recording myself. I never pointed the camera at her. Why would I record her? I wasn't trying to do that. I was just trying to record myself because I'm trying to film, this process. And I don't see anything wrong with you guys hearing the conversation. I don't get it. Wouldn't they tell that to anybody else that came here? Anyway, when I brought out the camera, she got so offended, and she's like, oh no, I'm not having this conversation. This conversation is over. And I told her, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not recording you, right? But because she kept speaking over me, she wouldn't let me explain myself. And I think that was really frustrating, because there's nothing worse than trying to explain to somebody who's not willing to listen. After she came back out again, the supervisor, and I explained to her, the paperwork, trying to be calm. Ryan was getting upset at me because he says that I was equally getting upset with her, but I'm like, of course it is upsetting when you're constantly being shut down and not being allowed to speak. So I'm like, okay, can I get my refund? And she's like, oh yeah, we can give you a refund, but you're gonna have to call this number. Of course, making me work extra hard, because why couldn't she just give me the refund there in the moment? But no, she wanted to piss me off. So I'm like, okay, I'm calling the number. And as I'm calling the number, Ryan is looking up other flight options, because we still have to go today. Obviously with a different airline. So as I'm on the phone, the person on the phone, I explained to them what happened, and they're like, oh, okay, give me one moment. She comes back and she's like, well, actually, I'm not able to give you the refund because I don't have access to that, but they are able to do that. So you would have to go back to ticketing. Mind you, I've already walked over 4 other terminals because we're buying a flight with JetBlue. So I'm like, can you please just give me a refund, because I would have to walk all the way back to Alaska. And she said no, that I needed to go. She said, I'm willing to stay on the phone with you to make sure they give it to you. So I said, okay. Ryan went back with my phone, and then the same supervisor gave me the refund, or gave him the refund, which is like, why didn't you just do that in the first place? We walked over to JetBlue to try to buy a ticket, and showing them all the documentation that I have. And okay, you could tell that they also didn't know, but the difference in this scenario was that they were listening to what I had to say. So I explained. The supervisor was just asking more questions, trying to find out. Instead of jumping the gun and saying no, she was like, let me keep finding out. And eventually she said, okay, I think she's good. She should be good. I will override it and we will write it in, and she should be good to go. So we were able to buy our ticket from JetBlue, and we're still going. Obviously we have to wait 2 more hours to go, but that's fine. But it just goes to show that a lot of people don't understand immigration, and because of that, you have to deal with a lot of extra stress trying to explain to people, especially when they're not even trying to listen to what you have to say, or are not even receptive to understanding what you're saying to them. They're just automatically assuming that they know it all. But anyway, we're gonna eat, we're gonna get on this plane, and pray for me, because if it was this hard for me to leave, I don't know how it's going to be to come back.
What's your name?